core of it, for me, the blues is a song, and it's a person with an instrument, very often a guitar.
I don't think it can be defined. I don't think, because it's something personal for everybody. Everyone has their own opinion.
When I first started listening to the blues, I was aware that it was a music of Black America. Even though the songs didn't directly deal with oppression and slavery very often they didn't deal with those things at all. They were clearly the voice, in their authenticity, they were the voice of people whose lives were not being fulfilled because of the world around them somehow. So I know it's been marketed since the 1940s. It's a product.
You'd go on and play a show, and of course you want to show off a little bit, otherwise you're not going to be heard again. So you depend on your fast licks and whatnot. But then again, whose fault is that?
I still enjoy the outcome of it, but I know that I, like everybody else, are being manipulated all the time. There are particular songs that I relate to more. It's a tricky one because I'm obviously not part of an oppressed minority, it's quite clear. And a lot of the songs, the experience they talk about is not my experience.
Blues music has always been a story.
I can believe the lyric by taking on, it's like acting. I take on the character of the person.
I have to adapt the music according to the words.
One of the things that has changed, which is really interesting, is now, say at the Blues Bar, predominantly the people that are there playing are under 30, predominantly. Many of them not British, many of them coming from other parts of Europe or from other parts of the world, who don't have the same experience of the blues. How does the blues get to them in the 21st century? It's really fascinating.
If you play something that you like but you have no idea where it comes from, and yet you have the opportunity to know where it comes from, would you go and look it up?
The amount of material, of musical work that's available now, and the amount of information about it and surrounding it is much bigger now.
It's like you trace it back, how it started and how it developed, and based on that you have a wider sort of knowledge.
The personal construction I carry around with me is this blues, the notion of a blues man.
What I get from it is pleasure, fun, happiness, sadness. I get everything.
I'm ambivalent about it. I think it is part of my constructed personality. But I'm conscious that all personalities, in some ways, we construct them, and it's not necessarily something to be proud of.
I don't think I would depart from it until I close my eyes.
If there are people that like the music, whose emotional response to the music is, if you like, purely, whatever that might mean, purely or simply the sound of the music and what it does to their body and mind, in a way that it's a purer response to the music than someone like me or other people from my generation, for whom the music carries more baggage. It's got a lot of weight around it now, partly because of what it meant to us when we were young, partly what we've learned about it and how we construct it. So it's really interesting to me to know that the music can provide for people that don't care about Charlie Patton and Son House and so on. It can provide just a straight visceral reaction. Still, in the 21st century.